welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I'm here today to do a new vlog for Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth. It's a new day, it's a new vlog, probably my favorite time of the year where me and Honani get on reading sprints and read through the Percy Jackson series. We are almost done. We have 2 books left. This is the 4th book, The Battle of the Labyrinth. Basically, you know the drill. Percy Jackson goes to school and then something happens. So time is running out between the Olympians and the evil Titan Lord Kronos. Even the safe haven of Camp Half-Blood grows more and more vulnerable by the minute as Kronos' army prepares to invade its once impenetrable borders. To stop the invasion, Percy and his demigod friends must set out on a quest through the labyrinth, a sprawling underground world with stunning surprises at every turn. Let's go. Let's fucking read. Like we know with every vlog, I always try to read them in one sprint. Last month, Honani was upset with me that I started earlier, so I won't. I didn't even talk about what the Percy Jackson along is, but I feel like if you're watching this vlog, you kind of know. But basically, it is just a read along for the Percy Jackson series that I host every month with my friend Honani. Last month, she was mad at me for starting early, so I think I won't. I'll be nice. I'll be a kind friend. And I'll start within the sprints. I am on vacation this week. We always like to schedule these on days that I have more time to do so. But this month, because we were just so incredibly busy on the weekends, I ended up taking this week off anyways as a vacation week. So we just decided to do it now. But yeah, as I wait for Honani to get up, I don't really have much to do, to be honest. I just landed from New York 2 days ago. I had a bachelorette party, so I really don't have anything to do but this. It's a pretty chill week for my vacation. So we'll see. Maybe we'll go on a walk. There are some other books that I want to make a dent in today. I have about 2.5 hours until then, so I might go for a walk. I think that's going to be a good idea. I'm going to finish my lemon water. I'm going to drink a coffee, probably go for a walk, and then we'll meet back here to read the book. Hello, so as you saw in the last clip, I just ate something that I picked up at the pharmacy, just like rice cakes, because I think I'm gluten intolerant. So this week I'm trying to like really eliminate gluten and see if it helps. So far it's been helping, which kind of makes me sad because I'm Italian and I love pasta. We'll see if gluten-free pasta does anything for me, but it's a pretty depressing revelation that I feel amazing. But I am currently in the middle of Our Violin Ends for my friend Lucy's book club, the Why Haven't I Read This Yet book club. So I'm currently tackling this, but we are starting our sprints in like 40 minutes about. So I'm gonna try to get as much of a way through this as possible. And then we're gonna start the sprints. So I'll see you in a bit.
But like, that's just...
I really want to go get my sunglasses.
Go get it!
To be a part of the vibe. Okay, hold on.
Hello. Welcome. There's nobody here, but welcome.
Imagine people joining. Should I wear my sunglasses too?
Yes. Yes, please. Hi,
Hey.
Maria. Yes, it's actually part of the dress code. No, it's because the multiple suns are in my eyes.
I just wanted to fit in for that, yeah. For me to read it.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited because people think I'm gonna hate it, and I'm really excited.
I hope you hate it because it's dumb.
Imagine I'm like, this is literature. Jane Austen, who I have never heard of her. This is a classic that should go down in history. When the aliens take over and they teach their children about our culture, this is what I want them to take forward from Blood and Ash. Yeah. I'm like very delayed as a little.
Yeah, same. I'm like,
I know, keep it.
This is why I don't sprint. This is actually why.
She's like a little like protector.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like in Peter Pan, like the dog that was like a nanny.
No, but yeah.
Did you never watch Peter Pan?
When I was like
And the dog had
Nothing.
no impression on you. None.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything about the movie except Peter Pan can fly.
I
Yeah.
never found Orlando Bloom hot because I only thought of him as like Legolas from Lord of the Rings. And I was like, long-haired blonde boys,
Yeah.
not for me. Not for me. I'm different. But then he appeared in Pirates of the Caribbean and I was like, okay, maybe Orlando Bloom is hot.
No, okay, wait. At first it wasn't it, and then
You like Legolas? Explain. Explain.
I don't got no type. You know that song?
I should have known I was bisexual for how much I loved Arwen. Like I was like, I love her so much and I can't explain why.
Why?
Because she has like 4 lines. And I'm like, no, she's my favorite. And you're like, I just love them. I just want to be them. And that's just what it is. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You're on, you're like,
Yeah.
For me, the turning point was Megan Fox in Transformers. I was like, oh, that's what it is.
But that's not fair because Megan Fox is like, yeah.
Like the awakening. Like I was just like,
Oh.
oh, it's been here the whole time.
Hello, so I wanted to give an update on Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth. We are currently in our second sprints and I am on page 94. A lot has happened, but I am really enjoying the book so far. It's definitely super fast paced. I'm reading it quite quickly and far quicker than I have the last 2 books. Right now I'm at the point where Annabeth was given the quest to go into the labyrinth. So essentially the plot is kind of taken off because Luke, who is working for Kronos, is searching for an entrance into Camp Half-Blood, right, to take them down. And in Camp Half-Blood, they have found an entrance to the labyrinth. So this means that Luke is most likely probably going to use that entrance to enter the camp. Annabeth has therefore been given this quest to go and find Luke, stop Luke, whatever. And Annabeth, along with Percy, Grover, and Tyson, are on this task in order to stop him, kind of thing. At the same time, Percy is having these like dreams kind of situation where he is seeing Nico D'Angelo, who was a character from the last book, the son of Hades and whatnot. He is seeing him kind of trying to raise the dead in order to find his sister who died in the last book. I am very, very, very interested to see where Nico's story goes, particularly because I really like him as a character. I think he has an interesting story. Being the son of Hades, I am very like inclined, leaning towards stories of like evil perception, and the perception of evil I think is really interesting. At the end of the day, Nico is just a young boy trying to look for his sister, so I'm very, very interested to see where that story goes. Interested to see how the labyrinth happens because I love myths about labyrinths and whatnot. Something I was talking about with Honani was how much Rick Riordan knows about Greek mythology and about the world. I think it's really interesting that with every book that I read in this series, I learn something new about Greek mythology. The very first chapter of the book, we are introduced to these cheerleaders who turn out to be Empusas, and I never heard about that before. Like obviously as these books go on, I think there's a lot of Greek mythology that's being introduced that I haven't heard from before. Like obviously I'd heard about Medusa, you hear about the Minotaur, but these characters are something that I've never heard of in Greek mythology. So I love that I'm still learning new things. And again, I think that's really interesting for middle grade readers to like kind of learn more about Greek mythology in ways that they might not learn about in school. So I think it's pretty clear. I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm interested to see where the story goes. This is, like I mentioned before, the book before the finale. So that's really interesting. I can't wait to see how that's like opening up into that final finale, what it's going to be like. So as the story moves forward, we're definitely going to dive further into this plot, probably open up some things that will be adjusted and tackled in the final book. So again, I think it's going to be really thrilling. I'm very keen to finish this. I'm definitely enjoying this probably the most since the first book, so that's really keeping my attention and I'm really, really liking that. I wanted to make a cold coffee before, but I realized I didn't have any ice, so I have freezing in the freezer, so hopefully I'll get to make a nice coffee soon. It's about 4:30 right now, so I'll probably order supper when my boyfriend comes home around like 6:30 because he has hockey tonight. So I definitely think I can finish a lot of this today, and hopefully worst case scenario we finish the book tomorrow. So but so far it's going pretty fast, so we'll see how it goes.
I see. Ooh. Can you hear me now? Good. I'll just use those to buy books. And he's like, how many books are on your TBR? I don't know why.
Yeah, where's this energy? I'm not appreciating it. Box set that we bought, we're reading it, okay?
Yeah,
so.
I know. Well, actually, Maria gifted this to me.
He doesn't have to know.
Okay, I have a question. Who's Argus?
You come back with these questions that I feel like I just skim over. I don't question anything. I'm like, this is actually something that I despise is like dolls that come to life.
Yeah.
That is I think my worst fear. Like I used to have a doll growing up
Yeah.
that I could not, like my dad would be like, "Oh, do you want to give this away?" I'm like, "No. She's going to come back." And I just no thank you.
So you rather just keep her?
Yeah, like I moved out and I'm like, whatever you choose to do is on your watch. I made it clear. I like said it in front of her. I was like, whatever happens, it's him. And my dad's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in a bin." I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not a part of this.
You should ask her to teach you a French word and an Italian word every time you guys sprint. And I was like, okay.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Anything. Where's my notebook?
We could start simple with a hello because it's the same, pretty much the same in both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you gonna write it down?
I'm ready. Yes.
Basically, in French, it's bonjour.
Okay. Bonjour. Why are you laughing at me?
Yeah, because it's cute.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I feel like I sound stupid. Bonjour.
No, it's just an accent thing.
Bonjour. Okay.
And then in Italian, it's buongiorno.
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 I can't roll my R's. Buongiorno.
It's so sometimes I'm laughing out loud. Like I'll rewatch it.
Because we're so funny.
Like the part of where we were wearing sunglasses. I already know I'm gonna laugh when I watch that.
What?
Intriguing.
You're tired? Wake up. We got books to read.
I'm okay. I'm sorry.
Go get a coffee. Ooh. Let's pick up the vibes. Where's my glasses?
Let's go. Let's read Percy Jackson.
Let's see the vibes, okay?
Let's read some middle. Oh my god.
We're picking up the vibes here. We're good. We're good? I don't know.
It's
all right.
So now it's time for my second update for Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth. So something interesting that Honani and I were talking about was really about how many characters are involved in this book. It wasn't throwing me off while reading. It definitely threw me off when me and Honani would begin to talk about what we had read because she would bring up characters and I'd be like, who is that? Obviously my mind was just skimming over them. But basically a lot of characters are being brought up into the book because Percy's having these visions, right? He's viewing the life of Daedalus and then he's viewing the life of King Midas, the King of Crete. Basically, he's viewing both of these like timelines simultaneously in his visions, and what we're seeing is this story of probably how Daedalus traps himself within his own labyrinth. So because they're recruiting for him, it's nice to see this background. It's nice to get why. How the two intertwine is going to be something that I'm interested in seeing, just because it's not really explained. I don't get why we're seeing these visions other than explaining this character. So I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen, what's happening with the book. We're gonna see. They've now basically recruited Rachel, who was a character that we saw in the last book, and she can see through the mist. So she's able to see things about the Greek world that other mortals can't see. So in order to help them travel through the labyrinth, because the labyrinth is full of like tricks and turns that Percy and Annabeth are not able to avoid, she can see right through that. So they're going to be using her to travel through the labyrinth. We only have about 100 pages left, so I'm assuming the ending is coming and this is what is happening, and that's part of the book that I'm super excited for. I definitely think a fault of the book, like Honani said, is the influx of characters. So I'm really keen to see how that ties together, how this story relates, because if it doesn't relate in a satisfying way, I'm going to start to question the validity of having those scenes. But if it does, I think it could really make the book and really make or break the ending scene and how it leads into the finale. Right now we are in our last sprint, so I just put in an order for Korean food, which I'm really excited to eat. Probably finish this later tonight, if not early tomorrow morning, so we'll update you later on tonight.
Oh, this is DJ. How many? Back with the remix. Ding this sprint.
okay. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you for coming. God, why do I look so stupid? Thank you guys so much for coming. We will see you guys next month when we are reading The Last Olympian, number 5, and that will be a wrap up on the Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
But will more come?
But this is not the end of the Hound and Kelsey duo.
Or is
Da, da, da. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello. So I just finished eating supper. Like I last updated, I got to page 250. So I'm definitely going to crack down. I'm definitely gonna finish reading this tonight. I only have 100 pages. I only have 100 pages left to finish this, and I'm definitely gonna do it because usually, like, I take a break when I'm reading Percy Jackson. But I have to be honest with you guys, I'm just going to power through this because I'm really, really engaged. I really, really want to see how this ends. Like I said, tie the stories together. Let's go. Hello, welcome to the end of the vlog. Last night I did end up finishing the Battle of the Labyrinth, but I was just so exhausted from, I think I just had like a crazy weekend and it's finally catching up to me. But I was just too exhausted to end the vlog, so I decided to just end it today where I look a bit fresher, the lighting is a little bit better, and I hope you appreciate that. So let's get into my thoughts overall about the book. I did end up really enjoying this one. I gave it a 4 stars. The Percy Jackson series, if you've been following these videos, if you've been watching the reading sprints, you know that they have been just a joy to read overall. However, I really think that this book took the cake at developing the world and the characters into something much bigger. The humor, much like with the rest of the series, was there. It made me laugh. Rick Riordan has just a way with these quips and comments from Percy that I think are really funny. However, I also think Rick Riordan did an excellent job at developing more emotional aspects of our characters, particularly for Nico D'Angelo, who I think I mentioned in this video that he is and has become my favorite character, not only because he's Italian, okay, not only because of that, but I just relate to Nico a lot. The growth of Nico as a character is really clear and solidified in this book, which is something that I really appreciated. And while I loved that addition of developing Nico's character, I kind of wanted to just say, fuck it, give this book 5 stars. I did have some problems with the overall writing of the book. Like I mentioned in this vlog, like we mentioned in the sprints, there are far too many characters in this book to easily follow along. While Percy having dreams and visions is not something new to his character skill set, I think Riordan included way too many in here. If it meant something more particular to the ending or had like a specific reason for being there, I would have felt satisfied, but I don't feel like there were specific reasons for this to be in the plot. Like I get why they were there, but I just don't feel like it ended neatly. I just feel like it made it confusing overall, and it was hard to follow along with all these different characters. Despite that, however, I am so excited for the next installment. I feel like this book really opened up some new plot points that will be ending in the last book. I'm so excited. I can't wait to read it. Speaking of, next month we will be reading the last book in the Percy Jackson series, The Last Olympian. Excited is not even like a word I can use to describe how excited I am. So if you are following along, catching up with us, whatever, next month we are finishing out the Percy Jackson series. I'm so excited. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog, the end of this specific book. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed this entire journey so far. If you would like to follow me on any of my other social medias, I do leave a link down below to my Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me there. And because it is the end of the video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell because it makes me feel really good, makes me feel happy, and like does wonders for my channel, and you know. But that's it. I never know how to end these things. See you next month with the next Percy Jackson, and goodbye.